I'm in the office here, this evening, just getting ready to go up to music practice here in just a second. And I just had a thought come into my mind here just for a second. Just for a moment, I had a thought come into my mind. And the thought that I had come into my mind is simply this. I had a reflection for a moment. And I'm going off the last video I just made. And I just started to think about the word freedom. Now, I know that we all have to pay taxes, which I don't have a problem with. I do not have a problem whatsoever at all paying taxes. But if I could just say something that will provide wisdom to you out there to try to help make this life as painless as possible, I try my best to do it. Sometimes I have to actually speak louder than the thoughts that are taking place in your mind, in your head, that race through your head, just in order to get you to see. There's not a week that doesn't go by that I don't have somebody either calling me, emailing me, or when we have meetings, they personally come to me, and they say, Pastor Dow, thank you. And I'm talking about intelligent men and women. And do you hear what I say? I'm talking about intelligent men and women. And of course, I asked them, thank you for what? What did I do? They said, thank you for preaching. Thank you for telling the truth. You got me out of debt. I said, I didn't do anything. All I did was just preach the word, and you took action. And what they are experiencing is freedom. And of course, I say you're welcome. I do say you're welcome. And I thank them for having the ears to hear. I really, truly do. I thank them for having the ears to hear. And sometimes I get a little bit emotional, and which is fine because it's a human reaction. And they're warranted too. And sometimes, tears swell up in me. And we all familiar with choking back feelings and emotions. We've all done that before in life. And I tell you, I literally get overwhelmed because I said, man, I actually had somebody who got it, who listened to exactly what I said, and now they're experiencing freedom. Can you imagine going to work, coming home, and all your paycheck belongs to you? You don't have to go pay it out to a car note. You don't have to pay it out to a mortgage. You don't have to pay it all out in Visa, American Express, MasterCard, Discover, and all these other credit places and stuff. Can you imagine it? You don't have title loans. But no, you can take the fruit of your labors and invest it into something. You talking about a peaceful life. Rather than investing in a 401k or an IRA, because you know that paper is going to fail, buy you some tangible assets and let's ride this spaceship all the way up to the moon and watch the next level of peace that's getting ready to come when you see the whole world going chaotically insane around you. It's utterly amazing to me. I need to situate this basic for a second. Anyway, it's utterly amazing to me. And I don't mind telling you that it touches my heart to watch families literally be free. They can come and go as they choose. Money is no more a problem. It doesn't take as much to live as it did when you were in debt. Some of them are in the process of buying land and putting a simple home on it. Can you imagine what happens if you have a piece of land, maybe an acre or two, and you have a trailer on it, or if you choose to, you can build your own home on it, and you can build it as you go. And if you're out of debt, you can build it a lot faster because all the fruits of your labor is going to your own personal home. Once a year, you pay taxes on the land that you already have. But can you imagine? Can you imagine this? Listen to this. This is a brand new concept right here because we live in a debt-based system. But can you imagine going to work, bringing home the paycheck, and living on a piece of land, and within a matter, let's say if you had to work 10 years, and you stored and you invested money the right way, You don't even have to get up and hit it anymore. You can live simple. Very simple. And you can be at peace. Now, mind you this now. Sometimes he may take sacrifice. It takes sacrifices now. It does take sacrifices in order to live simple now. Because my wife and I, along with our children, we were growing up. I know a lot of people don't know this about Pastor Dow, but I'm going to share it with you, okay? To give you an example of sometimes what I mean about sacrifices. My wife and I, we lived 9 years in a trailer with no running water, and no bathtub. I mean, we had a shower house. I made a makeshift bathtub for Sister Carol. She would get a bucket, take it out to the creek, scoop it up, put the water in the tub, and I made her a little makeshift drain pipe to, let the gray water drain out on the ground. And she got a bath every night. We didn't have indoor plumbing, but we did have a shower house. I mean, we had to actually leave the house to actually go. I had to leave the house to shower, leave the house to go to the bathroom. And at night we had what we call pee buckets. We'll put some stuff down in the bucket and we pee in the bucket. And when the bucket got full, we go dump it off into the septic tank. We did this for 9 years. Great sacrifice. And we had more peace knowing that we didn't have to get up and pay a car note, a mortgage, which are two great expenses just in order to live. It's a wonderful thing. Sure, we took money, saved it. Money that we had taken in on offerings and stuff, and the saints that gave, as well as they moved on the land with us. They all made sacrifices as well. And we can enjoy the fruit of our labors. I mean, I just got finished going out with the brothers and the sisters, a few brothers and few sisters. We just put out, about 250 cabbage plants. And we're going to enjoy that cabbage when it comes in. And we're planting tomatoes and habaneros and beans and snap peas and broccoli and corn, and the blueberries coming in, and new slips of strawberries, and raspberries are blooming. Man, I can go on and on and on. Soon it'll be time to plant a whole big gigantic garden of sweet potatoes. I mean, living the life. Living the life. But you have to really want it, though, if you understand what I mean. You have to really want it. Some of the best advice I can give is remove all people out of your life that does you no good. That whoever causes you a lot of pain, remove them from your life. It's too short to go around stressed out. It's too short to go around bitter, full of anger. It's too short to be depressed. We only got a few days up above this earth. That's it. And man, it sure would be nice if you could, and then get around people who are like faith. I mean, you could buy a piece of land over here and somebody else who agrees with you. You could grow one thing, that could grow another. One income, and you could live a quiet and peaceable life. And it doesn't take all that. You don't have to get up. You see, the problem is that this system and this society has snared us with conveniences that our flesh love to have. I mean, the other day I was out there planting, and I looked in my face when I came out. I said, "Whoa, boy, that sun really hit my face." Sure do love it too, man. Sweating from my brow. The Most High put man in the garden, and man has been doing everything that he can in his power to stay out of it. To live in civilization, democracy, you've got to pay for those luxuries and those conveniences. You really, truly do. You got to pay for those things. Hey, I believe in peace and pursue it. I think that you should too. Consider what I say. I want y'all to have a nice weekend. I need to get back here and do a little bit more practice before we have practice tonight. Shalom.